What do we have today?"
"Russell Ridgemont, 62 years old, was found dead outside his backyard at the bottom of his deck stairs," Carrie informed him.
Lance knew better than to just assume the man had fallen down the steps. Too many times he'd assumed something as probable cause of death, only to find something different when he opened up the body. Lance moved to the table and nodded. "Let's find out what happened." He got right to work. "So, what's new around here?"
"It's been busy, but nothing new or worth talking about. No strange cases or odd autopsies. We've been working late trying to keep up. We're all glad you're back so things can get back to normal."
"Don't try and guilt me for taking a vacation. I won't feel sorry for it." Lance laughed. "How are things with Pete?" He turned the subject to her and her veterinarian boyfriend, hoping to delay having to discuss his cruise.
"Good. He's been busy. He started working with one of the local pet adoption groups in the area, which means he handles all the spay and neutering and any other medical issues the dogs or cats might have. It means working longer hours, but most of the clinics in the area work with one group or another to help out."
She stood back as Lance inspected the body for any visible trauma. "That's good to know. Angus and I have talked about getting another dog, so Haunt has someone to play with while we're at work all day. When we decide to get one, I'll have you put us in contact with the group." He'd missed his dog while gone, and she'd made sure he'd known how much she missed him. Haunt hadn't left his side since he'd gotten home, and he swore she'd pouted this morning while he was getting ready to go to work. It wasn't as if she'd been home alone. Lance had 2 ghosts living with him who could interact with animals, and Angus's mother Lizzie had come over every day to make sure she had food and water.
"That would be great. I'm thinking about getting a second cat, but I'm not sure Ms. Snobby will be happy about it," Carrie told him.
"You named your cat Miss Snobby?" Lance laughed.
"You'd understand if you were around her. The name fits. She's spoiled rotten and she knows it. She's demanding and snobby, thus the name." Carrie shrugged. "It was a nickname, and it kind of stuck."
"I'm going to have to go visit and meet this cat," Jeremy said as he stood beside Lance, watching him work. Lance didn't respond, since Carrie couldn't see or hear Jeremy anyway. "Is she very old?"
"Only about 6, so she's got some time left," Carrie told him.
Lance was about to respond when the doors to the room suddenly slammed open. Lance glanced that way and froze, stopping everything he was doing as his eyes went wide. Standing in the doorway, Kathy, Sam, Braden, and Kyle all looked pale and scared as a woman and man stood behind them with guns pointed at their heads. Lance swallowed hard, and Carrie screamed. "Get in there!" The man with the gun pushed at Braden's back. "This is a sterile area," Lance argued as he took in the man who looked to be in his mid-30s and the woman behind him around the same age. "Too bad. I need all of you in here. Move over to that far wall and sit." The man waved the gun toward Lance and Carrie. "Now!"